what are we gonna do when we sell all this stuff? We're gonna buy lots of treats. Hi everyone, I'm coming at you here from my floor. I thought that I would just do a video. I did a video a while back about my kind of photography process. Some things have changed slightly, but this is kind of going to be more of like a processing type video. I'm not going to show any photography, but I'm just going to kind of show you what I do to get my items ready for photography. And yeah, I hope this might help you. So I'm basically just gonna like speed it up, but I'll talk a little bit about it here. So I have my scale, I have scissors, and my phone is over here, and my dog's over there. That's a good boy. Okay. So what I do is to basically pre-inventory, I guess, is I will weigh everything and take a picture of it. If it has a normal price tag, like the Savers one, I will get the price tag in it. If not, I'll just do the rest of the process at the computer, adding in the price. But basically, I'll weigh it so that when I put it into Vendoo, I'll take all the pictures of the inventory, showing the weights, and then I'll create drafts in Vendoo. And that way, as I have time to take the pictures, add the pictures, the weight information is already there, and cost of good information. And it's also, it would be a little bit more accurate with the date that I purchased it as well. So, I'm gonna get our camera open. I have my scale here, and this is a food scale. It's not a real postal scale or whatever. I'm sure it's still pretty accurate, but just make sure it's on a flat surface and wish for the best. No, but I always overestimate a little bit anyways, but just FYI. So, here we go. And after I weigh them as well, I'm going to just put them into piles based on what the item is, because it's a lot easier to batch photography that way. So if you're doing things that are hanging or doing things that need to go on a flat surface, you do them all at once so you're not constantly changing the setup that you have. So that's another thing. Alright, now we're going. So I took a picture of that. So I finished all my photographs, my items are sorted, or I forgot to cut one tag off, and yeah, the next thing that I will do is pick out anything that needs to be cleaned at all, like the shoes. I mean, these actually look pretty clean. I'll probably just give them a wipe down. Any stains on anything, I'll treat that, and then we'll set these. I'll just basically take them in the piles that they're in. I won't leave them here because I photograph here, but I'll just use these piles as, hi, can you, thank you, sit right there, sit right there, okay, that's good. So I'll photograph them by the piles they're in. So I have pants, tops, like anything that goes on a hanger, rather, so it's anything that goes on a hanger, not just tops. Shoes, and then my other hard goods over here, so it's just easier to photograph when I go to do it. And then at that point, or next, what I'll show you when I'm ready to set up the listings in Vendoo, I'll show you how I do that part. Hey everyone, so today's the next day. I finished photographing all of my items on my scale so that I could now take those photos. I downloaded them all onto my desktop, and now I will re-upload each photo into Vendoo to create a draft. So I'm just gonna show you kind of how I do that, just to keep track of everything that comes in as inventory so that I don't miss listing anything, and I just can keep track of my inventory in general as well. So I'm gonna go through that.
this is my Vendoo inventory page. What I will do is create a new item. So you're gonna hit, not inventory, you're gonna hit new item. And I'm going to upload images from my desktop.
So what I do is I have a folder that has all of my inventory. These are photos that I've taken, and these have not been uploaded into Vendoo or listed on any site yet. So these are personal items and they're just small. I don't need to weigh them. This mini has actually already listed, so I need to move that into my listed folder. This is just my process so that I can keep track of what I'm doing. It makes it a lot simpler to have some kind of a plan. So these are all the items that I weighed yesterday. And I'll start with the first one, which is the Patricia Nash
planner. So I'm able to clearly see in this photo that it says 11.4 ounces. So what I'm going to do is write Patricia Nash black leather planner. Alright, and that's pretty much all I'm going to do at this point. I know that it's in, pretty good condition, so I'm just going to put pre-owned, Patricia Nash, black, and category. Oh, this is going to be tough. What the heck is this going to be under? Let's see. I'm type in planner and see what comes up. Oh, here we go. Planners and organizers. Oh, and then it's also in women's accessories, organizers, and day planners. Wedding supplies, business, other calendars, and planners. I hate to gender a planner, but I guess I'm gonna put it with women's accessories. Okay. So I'm gonna put 13 ounces to account for any packaging. I will put listing price. Oh, I'm not 100% sure yet. I haven't researched it enough. And the cost of the item. So I was toying with whether I wanted to do the cost of goods for the entire trip, which would have been $3.98, or if I want to do the actual total, the actual item cost. And I think what I'm going to do is the actual item cost. For other purchases that I made, at a yard sale, I've done the average cost of goods because it just doesn't really make a lot of sense to sit there and give each item a specific price. So I'm going to do that, and I'm looking at my receipt, and it was $2.99. That actually probably also is the only thing that was charged tax, so I'm going to add that as well. So it would be $3.46. Right, yeah, okay. There was 47 cents of tax, so hopefully I did that math right, and that is what it is. So then I'll just save this, and I'm going to do a little bit, I'll just look, because normally I would actually try and figure out the price right now as well. So, Nash black leather carved flower planner. Okay, so here's some, oh, that's not a planner, that's a little bag. Let's just do this. Oh, let's see how much they are originally. Here we go. So this one that's on the screen is black and it has the flower pattern, but it doesn't have the little clasp. So this one that's next to it that has the clasp is $79. That's probably pretty close. So I think I'm actually going to list it for, well, let's see what they're selling at too.
So I have, retail price of $79. Let's see, Patricia Nash. What are they calling this? A journal?
Oh wait, what is the agenda? Let me make sure this is also the right product. Yeah, okay, this is it, agenda. So let me actually, planner, I'm going to put planner holder, agenda. Let's see. So Patricia Nash, agenda. Okay, so there's one selling for $60 on Mercari, $55 on Mercari. Oh, oops. Let's see. 45. 69. Let's go on eBay so we can look at solds. Sold items. Oh, yep. Alright, so some brand new ones. You have $30 sold, $54 sold. Oh, here's the exact one, $59 sold. Okay, so brand new. Alright, so I'm gonna go for 55. And I'm gonna just add the word tooled and carved here so I remember when I actually go to list it to use those keywords. Because that's the keyword that the person used in that listing. And I'm going to go, what did I say, 55? Yeah, 55. And there we go. So now this listing, if you go back to your inventory, will actually show up in your drafts. So there it is.
So now that I've made that draft listing, what I will do, so I'll make all those draft listings. And then what I'll do is when I have the time, I'll start taking the photographs, which I have actually set up over here. I've already started taking them. And then, you know, as I can, I'll add the actual photos and then write the actual listing and then list the item. So after I take the photos, I put the item away. So I know exactly kind of where I am in the process, what I have left to do. And then those drafts are ready and waiting for me. Whenever I have a chance, I can just start working on them. So I hope that my process is helpful to you. Maybe it gives you an idea of what you want to do for your listing process. And I made a video, I don't remember which one, but I was kind of talking about this before, is just whatever you decide you want your process to be, just write it down, because if you ever like have a lapse in what you're doing, you know, you get really busy, you have, you know, events to go to, whatever it is, and you haven't listed in a while, or, you know, done any of the processes for a while, it will just be really helpful to be able to have a consistent or a written down process so that you have a consistent process, and it will just make it a lot faster for you so you don't have to think about what you need to do. And I have one written up right behind me of just kind of what I do, and I have to change that up a little bit too, because I've implemented some other things like Vendoo, and so I just kind of like, I also want to use it in case I want to scale, or if anyone wants to help me with what I'm doing, I have an easy way to just show them what I do to, you know, list my items and get them all ready. So I hope that you enjoyed this and you learned something from it. If you did, leave me a comment below and let me know. Tell me if you think there's any ways that I can improve my process, or like what you do. I would love to find out. If you have a video on it, link below. And thank you for watching. I will see you next week. Bye!